To set up an automated workflow that starts whenever a row is added, updated, or both in your Google Sheet, open n8n in your browser and sign in to your workspace. Once the dashboard loads, you'll create a new workflow by clicking the Create Workflow button. A blank canvas opens where you can rename the workflow to something descriptive like Lead Processing Automation or Order Tracking Trigger. This makes it much easier to find later when your workflow list grows. Now click the plus button on the canvas and search for Google Sheets Trigger. Then select it to place the trigger node as the starting point of your automation. The first thing you need to do is connect your Google account, so open the node and click Create New Credential. Sign in with the account that owns your spreadsheet and grant n8n permission to access your sheets. After authentication, select that credential in the node's dropdown. This is required before you can monitor any spreadsheet. Next, choose the spreadsheet you want to watch from the spreadsheet field. If the list is long, you can refresh it, but make sure you pick the exact file. Then select the specific worksheet tab inside that spreadsheet where your data lives. Double check this, especially if you have multiple tabs, because selecting the wrong one means your workflow will watch the wrong data. Now look for the trigger on setting and choose the event. Row added is perfect when you only want new entries to fire the workflow, say for a submission form or order intake. Row updated triggers only when an existing row changes, which works well for approval statuses or inventory edits. Row added or updated covers both cases, so pick the one that matches your process. Take a moment here to verify your spreadsheet, worksheet, trigger event, and credential are all correct. Reviewing these settings before moving on prevents common setup mistakes. To test the trigger, click Fetch Test Event or Listen for Test Event depending on your n8n version. Leave the workflow open and go to your Google Sheet. If you're testing row added, insert a completely new row with some sample data. Return to n8n and the trigger should have executed automatically. Click the node to inspect the output data. You'll see the row's values as fields. Spend a minute reviewing this. Check that names, emails, numbers, and dates all appear correctly, and see how empty cells are handled. Understanding this output is crucial because every subsequent node you add will use these fields. Now click the plus button after the trigger to add your next step. This could be Gmail to send a confirmation email, Slack to notify a channel, Airtable to log the entry, or HubSpot to create a contact. Map the spreadsheet fields into the destination app by matching them to the correct inputs. With everything connected, test the complete workflow by clicking Test Workflow, then go back to your sheet and add another row. Watch each node execute in n8n to confirm the trigger detects the row, data flows correctly, and no errors occur. If a node fails, inspect its execution details for troubleshooting. Finally, click Save to preserve your work, then locate the inactive toggle near the top of the editor and switch it to active. Once active, n8n automatically polls your spreadsheet for changes and starts the workflow whenever a matching event happens. No manual intervention needed. Open the executions page and add more rows to the sheet. You'll see new executions appear automatically, letting you verify everything runs smoothly over time. Here are the key takeaways to make this automation robust. Use row added when processing brand new records like leads or orders, and row updated only when reacting to changes like status updates. Test with varied data before activating. Include empty cells, long text, dates, and numbers to catch edge cases. Keep your spreadsheet columns consistent and avoid renaming them after activation, because structural changes can break your field mappings. Add an error handler workflow or enable retry on fail if your automation handles critical business processes, so temporary API hiccups don't stall your operations. As your workflow grows, incorporate if or switch nodes to route rows based on conditions, or a code node to transform values before sending them elsewhere. A few minutes of routine maintenance, reviewing your spreadsheet and workflow config, keeps everything synchronized and prevents surprises. You've now set up a Google Sheets trigger that automatically launches your automation on every spreadsheet change, saving you from manual checks and enabling real-time responses for anything from lead management to inventory tracking. If you ever need to revisit the setup, save this video or bookmark the steps so you can come back whenever you add a new automation.